following video will provide instructions on how to apply and activate your VBVoice runtime licenses using the auto activate process. The VBVoice Runtime Manager hosts the VBVoice runtime licenses, which are required to run a compiled application built with the VBVoice SDK. It is installed by default with VBVoice 7.1. Although development seats and toolkit licensing are no longer required as of VBVoice 7.0.1, if you are developing an application with VBVoice which will integrate text-to-speech or speech recognition technology, it is required that you have at least one TTS or ASR activated on the RTM. The VBVoice Runtime Manager requires a valid machine ID to run and to activate the VBVoice runtime licenses. The machine ID used is an alphanumeric string which is cumulative of the local hardware configuration. Alternatively, it is possible to implement a dongle to provide a static ID based on the dongle's hardware ID instead of the local or cumulative ID. Contact sales@pronexus.com for details on dongle integration. The VBVoice Runtime Manager is not supported on virtual machines. The RTM must reside on a real or physical machine. Please refer to the VBVoice 7.1 release notes for full system requirements. When the RTM service is running, use the RTM icon in your Windows taskbar to access the VBVoice Runtime Manager interface. This is applicable to XP and Server 2003 systems. If this is not visible, as is common with Windows 7 and Server 2008 operating systems, ensure that the RTM service has been started. This is viewable in the list of Windows services. The Runtime Manager service can be viewed, started, and stopped from the list of Windows services, as well as from the RTM interface. To add VBVoice runtime licenses to the RTM, click the Add button and browse to the pronexusrt.ini file containing the licenses you wish to apply. This will populate the RTM with the licenses you intend to activate. When applying VBVoice runtime licenses for the first time, the licensing information will appear in red and are not activated. Before you can activate your licenses in the RTM, you must agree to the disclaimer by clicking the small checkbox in the lower left corner of the RTM. The Auto Activate button will then be available. Click the Auto Activate button to proceed with the activation. You will be presented with a message that the RTM will verify the runtime licenses for activation in this RTM via the Internet. Once the RTM has successfully activated the licenses, you will be presented with a message stating the activation was successful. You can close the RTM interface and the RTM service will remain running in the background. The modified RTM icon will remain in the system tray. Use the icon to open the RTM interface as required. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact our support team at support@pronexus.com.